Hey y'all, it's your girl Miss Antesha from Raising a Woman podcast. And today's episode, we're going to be diving into the whole new year, new me mentality. Are y'all still in that? We still early in the year, so I know that's still a thing. But I'm going to explain why I don't think that's really the best way, at least not for me personally. But first, before we get into all of that, update time. I told y'all last week, right, that I was going to update you on my new job that was starting. Well, you're going to have to wait for an update until next week because tell me why. Oh my gosh. I didn't start work last Monday. I started actually today. Okay. I thought last Monday was the 23rd. Look, I don't know how I skipped ahead a whole week, but your girl did it. Okay. You know I need this job and do. In my mind, I was like, "Oh, I start on Monday. I start on Monday." Now, mind you, Valentine's Day hadn't even happened yet. So I was both aware of the fact that Valentine's Day had not passed, but also not aware that that Monday wasn't the 23rd. And so that Friday, which was the day before Valentine's Day, I still hadn't put it together. It still didn't hit me that Monday's not the 23rd. What did it for me was I realized that Monday was President's Day. So I'm like, wait a minute. They starting me on day one on a holiday? Is this one of the paid holidays? That my mind already went to that. Like, are they showing me love like that right from the beginning? Bringing me in on a paid holiday? Because I can never remember about President's Day. I don't know why I can't remember if it is or not. But I was like, I'm going to have to go and look at my little benefits because, I'm at that point in that stage in life where these benefits really matter. And so I just went ahead and downloaded. Okay, I took it upon myself and downloaded the PDF of the benefits, the little benefits booklet. I done tore my ink up in my printer trying to get this benefits because I hate going back on the computer and looking. I said, no, I need it in my hands. I want to be able to, I want to flip them pages and I want to be able to go to whatever page. Okay, let me see about this. Let me see about that. So I done went ahead and I done downloaded it, printed it out. So I'm like, let me see what it said if this was one of the holidays. And then that's when it hit me. I was like, wait a minute. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Monday's President's Day. Monday is not the 23rd. Oh my God. Do y'all understand how embarrassed I would have been if I showed up to that job a week early? A whole week early, they would have been like, what's going on? Like, seriously, what's wrong with you? Why you here this early? I caught it just in time though, because I was gearing up. I told y'all I was starting. I done told family. I was ready for the thing. So, I'm ready to get back into it. I'm ready to get back into working. I'm excited about it. Excited to meet the new team, the whole nine, everything like that. So that's the little update. The little update is, unfortunately, I don't have an update just yet. But next week's episode, I'll be able to let you know. What the vibes are so far at the job, what I like or what might be some challenges, but I expect it's going to be good. I think I'm really going to enjoy myself there. So I'm happy about that. But let's dive into today's topic, okay, of new year, new me. And why that mentality, I don't think that's serving me. And the reason why I say that is because I, like so many other people, you always do that. January 1st comes and it's like it's a reset, right? You're resetting, you're washing away all that other crap from the year before, anything that you went through. And so now it's like, now I'm locked in. I got a fresh start. We're starting from um, a level playing field, you could say. And I'm excited for the new year. And of course, we're gonna do, we're gonna hit the gym, we're gonna work out. I'm gonna dive into that real quick because I gotta tell you about my foolishness already of the new year. But I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna get it together. But we start with that. But then I started thinking to myself, I was like, well, wait a minute. If I'm always like in this start over mindset, am I really growing? Am I really growing? Last year was, like I said, last year was a losing season for me. And I kind of had to think about it a little more. So I think I'm kind of still in the losing season a little bit because I was saying how, I feel like now I'm in my holding season. And I'm kind of probably still coming off the heels of the losing season, transitioning into the holding season. But I feel like even so, even though last year was a losing season, do I really just need to like wash my hands of it? Like, should I really just be like, I'm erasing it and I'm starting over? If you think about, for example, think about like a tree or a plant, right? If you go to plant something all year, you're nurturing it, you're watering it, you're taking care of it, you're watching it grow. And then the new year comes and imagine if you just took it and you ripped it out the ground and then you put some new fresh seeds into the ground, right? And then you do the same thing again. How is it going to grow? How is that seed of that tree? How is it going to grow to become the beautiful big oak tree that it's supposed to be? If you keep starting over. Now, every situation is different. I'm not saying that it's never appropriate to have that mentality of start fresh, start new. What I'm saying is adopt more of the mentality of continuing who you are, of growing from what you've already have done, accomplished, or have gone through. So for me, it's not going to be new year, new me. It's going to be new year, continuing me, continuing. I need to continue to grow and to flourish because I'm trying to become that big oak tree. I want to be the biggest oak tree, that everybody just, could stand under and just be like, wow. I want to allow myself to fully flourish and to not take even the mistakes because I definitely made mistakes. It's not a point of when I won't make a mistake, but it's how you learn from those mistakes. You have to really take inventory on yourself. You have to learn that, yeah, you might not have thought something through all the way. Your plan might have not been planning the way that you wanted it to, but it doesn't mean that you're a failure or that you're not going to succeed. You just need to step back and analyze that a little bit. And if you're like me, maybe you go to chat. Baby, chat be chatting me down. Okay. Chat be like, literally, chat be like, calm down. It's good that you came to this conclusion now. Some people, it takes them a lot longer. Chat, don't be talking to me like that. Don't be talking that talk. Don't be doing it. Don't be doing, I'm typing. Chat, don't be smooth talking me now. Okay. Cause I know you know my little personality by now. You've been vibing with me. We've been vibing since the summer. You've been my partner in crime with raising a woman, helping me, guiding me through some things. Like seriously. But no, listen, whether it's chat, whether it's friend, family member, go online, whatever it may be. You just need to know that it's all right to make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. They're frustrating, but it is a part of the journey. It's a part of the journey. Just make sure you take inventory and you take, really, you gotta take accountability. You gotta take accountability. Um, I definitely just had to. I was just reflecting the other day on, last year and me with raising a woman and how I went about starting raising a woman and mistakes that I made either financially, some unnecessary things, and some things that I need to spend more time working on and crafting. I want to later on in the season, I'm going to dive more into my experience, with starting Raising a Woman. And I also want to talk to some other people. I'll be doing some interviews. Your girl's gonna try and dive into some interviews this season. Because it's fun. Like, this is a learning experience. And you want to hear other women's perspectives, right? I want to know your journey. I want to hear how things were, for you and how things are going. And just, as a community, how we can just all help each other grow and continue to prosper in this, beautiful, but definitely at times, maybe, maybe more times than we like, crazy world of ours. Community is important. So I'm definitely in 2026 working on that, um, building my community, but also focusing on the things that I need to focus on and stop trying to jump ahead so far. Like I want to do leaps and bounds. And the reality is things happen in steps. You got to take baby steps. One of the things that's always a hindrance for me is time. I'm always racing against time. Time is like my enemy. It's my enemy. That's like I treat everything that way. Oh, I have to be at this point. Oh, so and so has done this and I still haven't done that. And I'm always just thinking about the time frame. I should have it together by now. I should be here. I should have already achieved that. And when you get into that mindset, you get anxious, right? The anxiety, the nervousness, everything starts kicking in. And then you're just like freaked out about it. And then you kind of lose your focus and you start making some mistakes. If I had just focused a little better last year with the first season of Raising a Woman, I would have had a better experience. Um, Definitely would have saved, would have saved a couple of dollars. She would have saved a couple of dollars. But I'm happy that right now I recognize and I understand the things that I didn't get right so that now moving forward, now I really, I have it together. Now I'm locked in. So I'm not starting over. I'm not starting over. It's not new year, new me. It's new year continuing. I'm going to take all the things, the good things, um, the things that were bad, the things that I just, girl, what were you thinking? those those type of moments. I'm gonna take all of that. I'm gonna take all of that and I'm using it to help me navigate, this year, this new season 2 of Raising a Woman. And so I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about my journey and about me growing. And I want you to be as well because there's so much opportunity out here. And sometimes our focus is just wrong. Like I said, like for me, time has been the enemy for me. Is there something that's holding you back, something that you use as a guide that lets you know whether you made it or not? You know, it could be achieving something by a certain age, getting a certain position, maybe being in a relationship or being married already and having kids already, maybe being able to travel. Maybe you have this vacation or, this place that you want to go and it's like one day I'm gonna be able to go there. Whatever it is that is holding you back in a way that's hindering you with this negativity, let it go. Let it go. You know, our journey is difficult already. We're already going to face all the things that we face that just come to us. But for us to add to that with our own negative thoughts and our own pressure, that just makes it so much more complicated. And it doesn't need to be that complicated. Just focus on the things that you know you can do. The greatest thing that you can do, okay, you take your dream, you take whatever it is that you want to do, and you break it down into smaller steps. I've learned that from being in school, right? study habits, because listen, this college life is not easy, and they be giving that homework week after week after week. And so the thing is you want to take whatever it is, and you want to break it down into smaller, manageable pieces. And so I'm going to do that moving forward. I'm going to make sure that I actually incorporate that into my day to day, my week, my goals for the year, so that I don't get overwhelmed, and get knocked off. And accomplishing them little goals are really important, because even though they're small, they give you that momentum. They keep you going. And so you want to make sure that you're not just always focused on the bigger picture. You have to make room and allow room for the details, because the details is really important. The details is what's going to really set you apart. So don't just think of the big things that you have to do. Think about the small things. What can you do this week that's going to help you move closer to where you're trying to go? Um, what can you do even today? Maybe it's one task that you've been putting off for the last week or two. And so you make time to do it today. I know some things for me that I'm going to be working on is social media. Got to do that. Got to do the social media. Got to promote the show and everything, and got to connect with y'all. I'm trying to get better at connecting. I am not good socially. I'm really not, which might be interesting that I decided to do a podcast, but that's kind of the reason why, because I do struggle in social environments, and being around people, and, what do I do? What do I say? And I overthink. I overthink so bad. It is harmful. It is really harmful, and gets in the way so much, and delays so many things for me, because I'm always overthinking it. It's helpful in a way, but it can also be a huge distraction. And so for me, I'm like, I need to get back to the base of what this is, of what it is that I'm doing, which is a podcast. It's it's a podcast. And so I need to be more engaging. I need the consistency on social media with my posting. I was consistent, last week. I really put that effort in, um, across all the different platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I really was posting and making sure that I hit everything, and that I wasn't leaving too many gaps and all that, and promoting the episode. And so, I'm proud of myself for that. It's going to be interesting, because now this week I'm, back at work. And so now it's like I can't let that fall apart. I have to still be consistent. Gonna do even I need to do some lives, the audience is small right now, but that doesn't mean anything. Like you want to still operate, even if nobody is watching, or a limited amount of people are watching. You still want to operate as if you're operating for a big crowd, because here's the thing. You will be. You will be at some point, you know, you're going to get there. You're going to, whether you're doing content creation, um, you're going to get the followers. Um, uh, if you're working hard to move up into a higher position, you're going to get there, you know, you're going to get there. And so work now, have that quality and that effort and that consistency now, so that it's that much more easier when you do reach where you're trying to go. Right. So I am working on that. I also, speaking of the whole new year, new me, this is another thing why I was like, girl, don't do this no more. I like so many of us start the whole new year with the workout. I hold on, I gotta call myself out for this one. I let me bring up my post. Okay. Cause your girl, listen, January January 1st, honey, I was in the gym. I was in the fitness center. Um, Sure enough was, I'm not gonna play the song because I don't music rights and stuff like that. I don't wanna mess with the episode, but I was playing Sierra Level Up. If you go on my Instagram, Miss Antesha, and you go back to January 1st, honey, you gonna see level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. Like you gonna see it. You gonna see it. Have my little outfit on, child, have my little hair bandana, color coordinating. Okay, I was on the treadmill, I was walking, and this is what let me read to y'all what I put. Okay. This is from me, this from your girl. New year, new journey with the champagne glasses toasting each other. May the blessings continue to find me as I reach new levels. Did the prayer of hands, of course. This year, I'm dedicating to my health and purpose. Hashtag new year, hashtag fitness, hashtag health is wealth, hashtag purpose, hashtag girl, you only went 2 days in a row, skipped the third, went the fourth day, and then all the way stopped when your cycle started. Oh my God. And the bad part is, I'm not even actually going to a gym. Girl, all I gotta do is go downstairs. All I gotta do is go to the first floor. That's it. That's it. But in my defense, though, my defense, ladies, knowing that menstrual start, come on now. It can't just be me. It cannot just be me. My energy is zapped. It drains me. I don't want to do nothing but sleep and maybe get a little bit of chocolate. Okay. And just ride the wave. Just ride it on out for the week. Like, I don't want to work out. I don't want to work out. And I had read a while back, I don't know where this was at, but I had read something, came across something that said that it's not safe for you to work out when you're on your menstrual cycle. Now, let me stop before y'all go off on me. I do know and realize, I don't want y'all saying now, girl, you can't work out. No, no, I do know that you can work out. I just think that I was choosing at those times to be like, well, I'm being safe. I don't want to injure myself. So I'm going to take it easy. No, really, it was just it it was uncomfortable. I was like, my body hurts, cramping, tired, the whole nine. But it's always affected my fitness journey because I completely stop working out for the week. I lose whatever momentum I had, and then it's hard to get back into it. So my plan now is to not stop. I'm not going to just quit working out anymore. I'm just going to change it. So maybe definitely not do anything that's like too vigorous, too much, energy. And I'm not going to do lower body type of exercise. I think when it's that time of the month, I'm going to focus more on upper body, right? And in all honesty, walking is okay. I may still get on the treadmill or I might just walk the neighborhood. I do enjoy walking around the neighborhood, but you get that fresh air and stuff like that, the scenery. And so I'm going to do that. I have to get serious about that because I really do want to work on my health. But I'm tired of I don't want to keep making it a trend. Does that make sense? I don't want to keep making me trying to lose weight, trying to become healthier, trying to become stronger. I don't want to keep making this a trend that I start up and stop. I want to really get to the lifestyle of it. I want it to be um, a lifestyle and not just a trend. So I'm about to. I'm telling y'all this because we're gonna do accountability. We're gonna do accountability. I'm gonna start doing some workout posting on social media, some workout content. Um, I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna start even when I don't want to do it, I'm gonna do it because you gotta start somewhere and consistency is key. Start off small, you can start off slow. But as long as you don't stop, you still have movement You still going forward. So don't give up. This applies to everything, not just working out. This applies to your goals, your dreams, all of those things you want to keep on doing. And so that's me holding myself accountable. I'm going to bring you along uh, on my fitness journey, and what a journey it will be. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. You guys, listen, I want to talk about a couple of things. Um, I, over the Christmas break, so a little while ago, there are 3 books that I started to read. 2 of them I did finish. The third one I'm still working on. So the first book that I read, I don't know if y'all know who this is. Kevin Fredericks. He goes by Kev on Stage. And so this book is called Successful Failure: Lessons Learned Flat on My Face. I love this book. I love this book. I'm going to be honest with you. The title alone sold me. The title alone sold me. I think this was the first book that I ever pre ordered. I don't recall having pre ordered a book before, but I did pre order Successful Failure because the title spoke volumes to me. I was like, oh my gosh, that's me. I feel like a successful failure. I never feel like it's quite right. I never feel like, I don't know, even things and accomplishments that I've done and that I've had, it still doesn't seem big enough. It doesn't seem good enough. It doesn't seem, I do have wins. I don't want it to make it seem like I never win, but I'm not winning in the way in which I want to win and in the ways that, I believe I'm supposed to win. And so when I seen this title, successful, let me say that right. Suc su- Girl, successful failure. I struggle with S's. I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know. Maybe we can get a little speech person at this point. Your girl's 42. We gonna ride it out. We gonna ride it out. When I seen that, I said, I gotta get into this. The other thing too is that I've been a follower of Kev for I don't know how long. It's had to been at least a few years or more, because I remember when his first book came out that he did with his wife Melissa. Uh I want to say was it called Marriage Be Hard? It might be. I hadn't read that one, but I've been following him for a while, and I love his everything, how he does stuff, his family with his wife, they have their 2 sons, just a really great family. And I've always admired how consistent he is with his social media. He stays doing content. Like if y'all follow him, y'all know he stays. The man is busy. He is busy. And I'm just like, "Whoa," like, I don't know if I can get to that level. I be watching him, I be watching, Tabitha Brown, I love watching her and her family, and all of these people, we're the same age. We're like the same I think they're all like the same age as me, right? I think we're in our early 40s, and it's so inspiring, to watch them, and I'm like, "When am I gonna get there?" Like, "Antesha, when are you gonna get to this level?" But then to see, Kev do a book like this, Successful Failure. And in this book, he talks about there's one story um, where he lost $150,000 that he didn't need to lose. And really the moral of the story was he didn't listen to his wife. And we're gonna be real about it. Because Melissa was trying to tell him. She was trying to tell him, like, babe, I don't like, I don't think, but yeah, he thought he knew something. He thought he knew something and lost $150,000. That is a hit amongst hits. Uh I have not lost that type of money, but I have made mistakes and have lost money. And I love the way how he in real time he shows his wins. In real time, he shows his losses. I think it was like a couple of weeks ago, he was talking about how some deal he really wanted, that he thought was gonna go through and it didn't go through. And, he was really disappointed and sad about that. And so this book was a great read. If you have not read it, definitely get it. Successful Failure. Another book that I read was Kamala Harris, 107 Days. Let me get it right on the camera. This book, I liked this book. I seen people talk about it. I came across somebody who they didn't really like it. They said that she wasn't holding herself accountable or she wasn't really explaining things. What I like about 107 Days by Kamala Harris is the fact that she does tell things, but she is still respectful and mindful of she was the vice president at that time, right? Y'all really want tell all books. I get it, but she also had a very serious position and she's got to uphold some things. But she gives so much insight into this campaign was really short. It was really short. It was thrown on her. It was short. And she really did the best that she could do, her and her team. Um, were some mistakes made? Yep, she talks about that. But what was interesting was hearing some of the reflection on some of the things with like the Bidens, President Biden and his wife. Definitely, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have a little, that little side eye that like, oh, okay. Okay, I see what you was going through. I see what you was going through in the people's house. Uh I see. I see. But that was a good read. That was a good read. The last book, hold on. So I'm not done reading this. I'm not done reading this book, but it's Tina Knowles matriarch, right? Her memoir. It was in Oprah's book club. I know this came out a little while ago. The other two books came out this past fall, but I think Miss Tina came out last spring. It's a big book. I think it was like 400 something pages, but there are two sections worth of pictures. A lot of pictures. And I'm being good because normally I want to flip to the pictures. I want to see the pictures. But I'm like, nope, you gotta wait, girl. You're gonna have to read this book and wait till you get to that section so you can see the pictures. But I I love Miss Tina's book. It reads so well. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's so good. It's so amazing. Miss Tina, I think she's in her 70s right now. And her mom had her at age, I believe, 44. She was the last of her mother's 7 kids. And then there was this age gap because her mom was married before to someone else and had 2 children by her first husband. And so with her father, um, her mom had 5 kids. So the older 2 siblings it's a huge age gap, which is if you know anything, if you heard her interview and we know the line from Beyonce, uh they call him Uncle Johnny. I think I heard him called Cousin Johnny. But Johnny was older than Miss Tina by like a few years, but he was really her nephew because it was her older sister's one of her kids. And so that dynamic, y'all know if y'all have them age gaps, um, you can have nieces and nephews who are older than you. You can it happens. It definitely happens. But I'm still in kind of like the beginning parts of the book of her youth. But I love the range of it, seeing the mindset back then, seeing how things were, um, how the things that they had to go through, right? Because she's growing up in the 50s and the 60s back then. So definitely Tina Knowles Matriarch, if you have not read it, it's a good book to dive into. So another thing I want to get back into reading books. I'm looking right now at my shelf. I have books that I have not even read. I have not even read. This year, I'm getting to stuff. I'm getting to stuff. I want to read all the books that I bought that I haven't read yet or finished reading, because I do have a bunch that, yeah, there's bookmarks. There's bookmarks in them and I have not finished them. And so I want to finish stuff. We're gonna finish things this year. We're gonna finish things. Now wait, now I do have to say there's one book I'm definitely going to get that I have to get. Brandy. Okay, her book is coming out, I think in April. I will be getting that book. So I'm gonna have to get that book and I'm gonna have to like read it right away. But outside of that, I'm gonna read all the books that I have. Another thing is girl, when's the last time you cleaned out your closet? Like, have you been in there? Have you been in there? So I actually cleaned my closet out last year and donated a whole bunch of stuff. I donated some stuff. I went to Goodwill. And actually, if you're watching me on video, I'm wearing one of my favorite shirts. Let me see, get the camera angle right. This is my Poetic Justice. It's got Tupac on it. It says we got 1993 over here. If I wait, put the sleeve down, Poetic Justice on the sleeve. I've had this shirt for several years and it's something I found at Goodwill. Yo, girl, I'll be in a thrift shop. I don't know. I don't know what y'all talking about. Baby, I want what looks good. I don't care. I don't have to spend no big money on that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This shirt, I don't know who got rid of this t-shirt and why, but I'm not lying. I've had it for several years. And the quality, I've washed it plenty of times. And one of my absolute favorite t-shirts. I don't plan on getting rid of this no time soon. But I have things now. So the thing for this year is to, like I said, how I'm going to do with the books. I'm finishing the books that I have. This year, I'm wearing everything in my closet. Y'all might start seeing some random pictures popping up on the timeline because I'm going to figure out what I'm doing with whatever it is that I had got. Okay. Whatever the mindset was last year or a couple years ago when I bought that item. Okay. I'm going to have to figure out, remember what the mindset was? I'm going to have to come up with a new one because this year there's not going to be one single item in that closet that does not get seen. There's not going to be a single purse that don't get brought out into the day of light. A hat. I don't have that many hats. Can I be honest with you? Um, I got I got a big head. I I do. I do. It feels that way to me because none of them hats in these stores fit. They don't fit my head. Like, where are y'all getting these measurements from? Where are y'all getting these measurements from? So I don't have a lot of hats, but I have two of them. One of them I literally just did a post Friday. Uh uh I did a vibe check post across social media. I got on like the trench coat. I got my shirt, uh uh I am the gift that keeps living. Then I got the hat. It's like a straw hat, like little sun hat type of thing, and it's got the string, that you can tighten it up. And that was a hat that I hadn't worn that I got last year. I think at the beginning of the summer. And when I tell you I couldn't remember why I got this hat, I'm like, girl, what were you doing with this hat? What were you doing with this hat? Like, where were we going that we got this hat? And so then I concluded that maybe I got the hat because it fit my head. And I was excited about that because it's comfortable. And I really don't come across that. It either doesn't fit or it feels like I'm gonna pass out. So I said, okay, I got this hat because of that. But then I have another hat, all white, uh, like cowboy hat. And so then that's when it hit me. I said, Beyonce. I got these hats for Beyonce Cowboy Carter tour last year. I didn't go because she didn't come to Minnesota. She came here for Renaissance. but she did not come here from Cowboy Carter. But I was at one point playing with the idea, maybe, maybe slide on over to Chicago or something, or, to try and catch it. So with that in mind, I got those 2 hats because I was trying to, stick to the theme. So that is why. Didn't go to those concerts. They never seen the light of day. But baby, they gonna see the light of this day, this year. Okay, I already did the one. Now I gotta figure out, when am I gonna bust out this white this white cowboy hat? Like, when, just white. Like, what do I have? And at this point, I don't even care if it really go together. We're at that point. I'm wearing the pieces. I'm wearing them. I'm wearing all of it. I'm wearing all of it this year. It may not go, it may not match, but it's gonna be seen. It's gonna be, yep, it's definitely gonna be seen, honey. It's gonna be seen because it's mine, because I bought it, and we gonna put it to work. We gonna put it to work because money is not growing on trees. It's not growing on trees. And time is moving by. I got some things right now. I'm going to have to hurry up and throw some things on and start doing some photos over these next couple of weeks, because we're getting towards kind of the end of the winter season. And so some stuff I'm like, okay, I kind of need to catch this in the right season. Um, won't be wearing that in the summertime. It's going to be too hot. And we're not waiting until, I don't want to wait till the next season. I want to get to it now while we still into it. So I'm gonna have fun. We doing a whole bunch of different little vibe check photos and everything like that with y'all. But yes, girl, go in your closet, clean it out if you need to. You donate that stuff. You go to Goodwill like I did, or some other place. mm, You know, give it away, because something that you don't like no more can be somebody else's treasure, like my poetic justice. You know, and wear them pieces. Wear them. You got it for a reason. You was about to shut things down. You said, I am gonna kill him with this piece. I'ma kill him with this. They ain't ready for this. They ain't ready for this. And you haven't worn it yet. You haven't brought it outside not one time. You ain't even took a picture in the house to even make the people even think and believe that you on your way somewhere. Wear them pieces. Wear them. I don't care what it is. A hat, if it's shoes, if you got purses, if it's jewelry, right? Wigs, throw them wigs on. Okay, switch it up. Like, let the people see. Let the people see. Have fun. Play with it. Don't take yourself so serious all the time. It's okay to just be fun. It's okay to just, be in your little bag sometimes and just be like, I'm gonna give them what I'm giving. They either pick it up or they don't, but it's still gonna be out there, right? It's still gonna be out there whether they pick it up or not. I'm still out there. So you need that mentality, okay? Listen, today, today is the official day of my new job, okay? So next week, I'm going to give y'all that update. I want y'all to have an amazing week, like always. I want you to think about what I said about this year being about continuing to grow. You don't have to just erase everything and start over. You've been through a lot. You've been through a lot and you've accomplished a lot. So how can we expand on that? Let's get into the mindset of expanding, taking big tasks, big goals, big things, and breaking them down into little pieces, and understanding for sure that failure happens. And maybe you too feel like you're a successful failure. And that's all right. That's all right. Just know, as long as you keep going and you don't give up, you're being successful. You're definitely being successful, because it's the giving up part that's going to do you in. So keep going, keep being you. Wear them pieces, please. I want to see them. We want to see them. You got stuff that you ain't even letting us see. I thought we was cool. I thought we was building something. I thought, like, this my homegirl, like this sisterhood. I'm like, let me see. I'm gonna let you see mine. And I'm gonna let you see mine. Okay. And when you do, go ahead, tag. Look, listen, tag Raising a Woman podcast, you know, Go on ahead. Like, let me see your vibe check. Let me see your vibe. We doing vibe checks this year. Okay. It might not match, baby. It might be different patterns, but it's gonna be me. It's gonna be me. Y'all take care of yourself. Don't let them people stress y'all out. It's Monday again. Don't let them people stress you out. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Don't let nobody knock you off your square. All of those things. Keep being you. Keep being great. Keep having the vision. You have the vision. Have the vision. Break that vision into smaller chunks. You know, them little wins are important because they help give you momentum. So let's stay focused on that. Consistency is always the key. It's going to always be the key, especially when it's something difficult, you know. So we're going to do that, keep being consistent. Y'all enjoy the journey as much as possible. I have to work on that. I have to work on that and I will. Okay? But until then, it's your girl, Miss Antesha from Raising a Woman podcast. From pain to purpose, let's talk about it. Bye, y'all.